Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hello, once again, to Take a Listing Today podcast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jim Studebaker over here on the right, and on the left is Todd Robertson.
And to my left over here, that keeps us going for a year and a half now, our producer, Lisa Gray.
Hi, and on my left over here is the wall.
It's a small room.
It actually ties into the circle of geographical farming.
It does, which is the topic of today's show. But before we get into that, we want to thank you for joining us, and we want to mention our sponsor, ProspectsPLUS.com, and our own website, which is TakeAListingToday.com. You can learn about our upcoming shows, and you can join us on a future podcast. And in fact, if you'll recall from, our episode from 2 weeks ago, I believe it was.
Yes.
We had a gentleman named Godfrey. He was asking to be on the show. We called him, and he was out to lunch or something. He's probably out taking a listing, maybe.
Correct. He was either out door knocking, door hangers, or on a listing appointment.
Exactly. One of those three.
We're hoping to get him today, and hopefully he's just at the office having some downtime waiting for a phone call.
Yeah. So, Lisa, can we call him up and see if we can make Godfrey's dreams come true?
What do you think
that
would
might
make
be
him
a stretch there? But
I don't think that will be a stretch. Do you think this might help turn him around and help him finish the year strong?
Eat dog.
I think so.
I hope he doesn't have any violent tendencies, because that would be...
I heard about it.
You heard about it. It sounds like you are very excited.
Well, I am.
All right. We heard you're one of our biggest Prospects Plus fans, and we tried to get you a few weeks ago, and we want you to win a prize today. So Jim's going to take over from here, and good luck, Godfrey. I hope you win.
Godfrey?
I hope so, too. Let me get to Google real quick.
No cheating on this show here.
Nope.
We do wish you all the best. You know what's at stake here. Here is your question. What building is on the back of a $20 bill?
Ooh.
Bloody hell.
It's a family show.
A family show here. Did you say White House?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Oh! Good job. First try. Godfrey, I'm glad we called you. Todd, what does Godfrey win?
Godfrey just won a copy of Jerry Rossi's book called Dog Eat Dog and Vice Versa. If you're having trouble sleeping, this will be the cure.
That will be the cure.
And once again, if you're listening, Mr. Rossi, it's all in the name of fun.
Might make you a little paranoid, too. And we'll even throw in Todd's latest book, Become a Listing Legend, soon to be available in hardcover.
Yes.
I look forward to read them.
Outstanding. Thank you for calling in. Good luck with your career. Stay strong, and we're here for you, all right?
Thank you, gents and ladies.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, there we go. A winner every time, right?
He did great.
That might be the first time that someone's won on the first question.
I was going to say, out of the box. Boom.
They should maybe get something extra if they actually get the first question.
Well, I think we gave him more than he was supposed to get.
Maybe so. But he also, you know what, maybe he saw last week's show and he heard the question, because we gave that one to Brett from last week. And
he might have been.
He might have looked it up.
Sharper
so he's not just good looks, is he?
Yeah, a lot of these agents are sharper than we think. See?
Well, all right.
We might need one more book, though. Do you have a book, Jim?
Well, I'm going to write one really quick, so that way we have
ready by next week.
have some options.
All you need is a cover, a bunch of pages, and make it look. No one ever reads these things.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Throw a good title on there. I'll get somebody on that right away.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Excellent. So today's topic, if you saw it in the show title here, it's amazing. Geographic farming on steroids with circle prospecting. And I have no idea what that even means. Lisa, can you elaborate, or should we just talk about
Well, we're going to elaborate on it today, and it has to do with circles.
Yes.
Has to do with prospecting in circles.
Perfect.
But don't get dizzy. If you get dizzy, you slow down, stop, take a breather.
Like crop circles.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do it in a cornfield if you wanted.
Okay. Well, certain parts of the country have cornfields everywhere. So
yeah.
So let's get right at it. So let's talk about goals. We all have them. Some of us have more than others. Reaching them is the true challenge in any business. Now, ChicagoAgentMagazine.com recently published the results of a survey asking agents about their lead generation goals through the end of 2020. One of the questions asked was how much money they plan to spend on marketing in the next year. Half of the agent responders said they will spend between nothing and $150 a month in marketing. How do you spend nothing? That doesn't sound good. Sadly, these agent statistics show 23% will spend between $0 and $75 a month, which is even less than they planned.
And you know what's fascinating about these stats, which I love giving real life stats because it's true. Now every great real estate speaker and trainer out there will tell agents you have to, at a minimum, reinvest 10% of your earnings back into your business. Any small business will do that. If we all three owned a Subway, we're going to reinvest the store, the paint.
Absolutely.
So people aren't doing that. That needs to happen. The other thing I wrote down was this. Go stronger when people are restricting and sedating. And guess what? There's no negatives to it. It's all tax write-off. It's all tax benefit. And reinvest in you. Like Brett said, if they listened to that podcast a week ago, they have to work on their belief in them. How do you strengthen that belief? Get so strong at your listing presentation, so strong at your objection handling to where you want to reinvest more. The reason you're not going to reinvest, you don't maybe have confidence in yourself.
Or you're following the pack. When everybody else pulls back, you're doing the same. Now you're frightened.
Nice way to put it.
Where's money coming from?
Right,
it's not the way to go.
Tightening up the belt, boom.
Well, and you're drinking your own Kool-Aid too. I mean, that's the way I look at it. So you want to get new clients. This is a perfect way to show them what you're going to do for them. If you're out there being seen through your marketing and your branding, you're giving them an example of just what you're going to do to get their house out there. Right?
Exactly. Yep. Nicely put.
Yeah. So this survey also identified the most popular ways to market, and by probably no coincidence, they were also the cheapest ones. So let's go over a couple of those. 65% of respondents said that they plan on making better use of social media. Okay, kind of weak. 62% will be organizing their CRM to become more efficient in their marketing. And that's not really marketing. That's just becoming more efficient to do marketing, right?
These things should be happening no matter what. Exactly.
Right. Third on the list was spending more time with family and friends.
I guess during lockdown, people do want to get out and they're tired of family and friends maybe. Okay.
Depending on your family and your friend circle, maybe. So here's a brilliant observation. Thank you, Lisa. If you spend only $75 a month marketing your business, you'll have loads of time to spend with your family and friends because you won't be doing any business. So listen to this. Increase that amount just a smidge, and you may just need to pencil in the time with family and friends because you're going to be so busy out closing deals. And that's a good thing, especially for your bank account.
Exactly. And I know we're about to get into circle prospecting, and I just want to reiterate to everybody watching and listening right now. So our title is what? Take a listing today. Our whole objective with every tool we have, every resource the company is to help you make that happen, right? Will it happen every day? No. But if we start thinking that way and believing that way, more often than not, it will happen. So as we go through this, and we talk about right now, we're just talking about $75. But be consistent. Compounding, I mean, think about that term. Compounding is probably one of the best terms in our whole lifetime. That's how you build wealth. Ben Franklin told us compounding. A realtor is spending $75 every month to a certain area. Compounding. Going to the gym. One time, terrible. You compound, you're in incredible shape.
Right. And hopefully $75 is not 10% of somebody's income.
Correct. At a minimum, that needs to happen. But the strong person listening right now that has strength in their presentation, strength in their discipline, strength in their hours, strength in their prospecting will raise that number.
And if you're just starting out, maybe 75 is a good number.
Correct.
Do something. It's better than doing nothing, like trying to sell to your family and friends.
Yeah, well, and it's better than what a lot of companies will say. If you don't have any money, I'll just sit on floor time. Well, how does that go? Well, sure, you get the occasional crazy deal, Anna Marie Island, then you got a false sense of confidence, right?
It's not going to happen every day.
Right.
So let's talk about where you're going to spend that $75, hopefully a lot more every month. So with millions of people spending lots of time at home, direct mail has become one of the best means of communicating with them. So it's time to start focusing on farming. And that's farming with a twist, because this is circle prospecting, to be precise. So not just farming, circle prospecting. It's an amazing way to get your name and branding in front of consumers without violating safety protocols. With circle prospecting, your focus is on sharing real estate news, such as the homes in the neighborhood that have been listed or sold. You're not just marketing, you're offering something of value, which is information.
information. And guess what? If a person is doing circle prospecting at its finest, meaning they commit to it as a system in place, a lot will happen. Number one, they're going to double in more transactions. So you're going to have less problems because you're the agent on both sides. You're going to make a lot more money. And it's like what we've said in past podcasts, the laser will cut through steel. The light bulb will light the room a little tiny bit. Most agents operate like the light bulb. Oh my gosh, chicken with the head cut off. Oh my gosh, I gotta join the MLS over here. Oh my gosh, I got a client that just called me. I'm gonna go 90 minutes over there. The strong agent says, no, I will work on my game and get strong, and the laser, I will cut through steel. I will destroy every other agent. Now, are they gonna win every day? No, but it's mindset, correct?
Right. Got to have the laser focus, the right mindset, the right personality to make it happen.
Yeah.
So, the first step in the process is to choose the area in which you will prospect. So, if you currently have a listing, choose that neighborhood and maybe a few neighborhoods next to it. Then create a targeted mailing list. Basically, you're prospecting around that listing, which is where the name circle prospecting came from. Now it makes sense, Lisa. Prospecting around. We have come full circle. Now, there are more than one way to circle prospect. Some agents are comfortable with door knocking around listings. More agents, however, find direct mail reaches a larger pool of homeowners more quickly. And there's no need to choose. A combination of both can be very effective.
Well, and there's a few other options as well. So door hangers would be a great option. So if I'm a realtor who's afraid to door knock or not real comfortable, if I go do door hangers, I'm going to meet people by accidents and leave something great behind. So the point is there is no excuse to not do this. This has to happen if you're going to be a great agent.
Yes, absolutely. They both need to happen. So direct mail is probably the most likely successful method for a few reasons. First of all, many agents have cut their marketing budgets, and with the pool of competition drained, your marketing stands out even more. Agents are currently gravitating to free marketing, such as promoting themselves to their friends, family, and followers on social media. And others are going heavy on email marketing. Now, again, this lessens the real estate agent mail that is arriving at a consumer's home, thus heightening the chance that your mailed pieces will get the most eyes on them. And in areas of the country that are still shut down, checking the mail is something everybody can do, and many actually look forward to.
And it's such a great point, and I will share just because we've had numerous questions on it. If a realtor does want to do a ground game, right? I get it. We all have to have a technology footprint of some sort. But go to our website, ProspectsPLUS, hit products, go to Market Dominator, watch the little 6-minute video and see if it resonates with you. It will scare some people. But the reason I bring it up here is because we have marketing partners to help offset the costs if your area is available. So mail, think about this, compared to electronic footprint, mail, if it's nice, done well, resonates, bypass the trash can, now you're floating around the house. It doesn't get much better than that.
And if it's something huge, 12 by 15, let's say, it's hard to throw that away.
Correct.
Right? Because it's going to clutter up your whole trash can. You might as well leave it on the counter. And
exactly, yeah.
Hey, check that out. So how about the effectiveness of direct mail? Well, 92% of consumers say they prefer direct mail over digital when making shopping decisions. 70% of them prefer USPS delivered mail, according to a report from the National Association of Advertisers. And nearly 15% of millennials surveyed feel that print messages are more trustworthy than those that are digitally delivered. Now, I heard that you can trust everything you see on the internet. Isn't that true, Lisa? Or did I get that wrong?
It's so interesting because the old saying used to be, right, if it's in print, people believe it, right? But think about in the world we live in now digitally, there's so much noise out there, and there's going to be more coming. So people have to be very careful of where they're going to get their time. That's the only resource we can never get back is our time.
Right.
Very true. So now that you have your list and your strategy, which is prospecting around listings, solds, and open houses, it's time to round up the resources that you'll need to kick off and maintain your circle prospecting campaigns. Naturally, we recommend checking out the brilliant array of targeted postcards offered by our sponsor, ProspectsPLUS. From the Get More Listings postcards to the mega-sized Market Dominator with 100% impression rate, that's pretty impressive. You'll find what you need to get your campaign going and to keep it going.
So as we close this session, as we close this podcast, I want you to think for those of you watching and listening, how many systems do you have in place right now? Because we know a couple things. The holiday is around the corner. a lot of agents will go into cruise control. Oh, I don't want to prospect around that time. Now's the time to put your foot on the gas. Now's the time to plant that oak tree, right? Dean Jackson said, when's the best time to plant it? Is it now? Is it 2 months from now? Is it 6 months ago? Plant the oak tree right now, because he or she with the most systems in place will win the game, because not all of your systems will be hitting on all cylinders all the time, correct? Yep. So think about circle prospecting. Revisit that, right? We all know farming got a bad name back in the day, but now think about that. 90-something% of people still go to the mailbox. So there's magic. Re-listen to this, share this podcast, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, and that's a benefit for the agent who wants to go out there and actually get some new listings between now and the end of the year, because every other agent is starting to put it in cruise control, like you said, pulling it way back. For the agent who really wants to succeed, they're going to crank it up.
So imagine this time, this moment, as they're watching, listening, their January will be 50 times better than the agent who says, oh, I've already thrown out 2020. This has happened. I watched the news. Boom, boom, boom. But the ones, and I talk to them every week, Market Dominator. Way more serious conversations. So their December will be great. Their January and their 2020, it's going to be, their 2021 is going to be great.
All right.
Love it.
Perfect. So that is everything that you ever wanted to know about geographic farming on steroids with circle prospecting. We didn't really get to the steroids. That's just, it's in there.
You got to find those on your own.
Find those on your own.
That's part B. That's our next episode next week.
All right. Well, be sure to tune in for that. But today's podcast was brought to you by ProspectsPLUS, offering real estate postcards that work, design, print, and mail in minutes. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we go live with a new exciting show. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.
Take care. Bye-bye.